bidiri manakanu atụghị njem ọnụ ekelekwa nga ekele ọnụ dodoli sabọnụ kpọnụ m ekele elu mmụọ ka ibe elu ọkụzi egwebe m ndị ekwuribe anyị nụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ na ngwụ webata obie na ngwụ webata obie ma bụletara anyị Biafra ka obi edere anyị nụ alụrụ egbu ome na ndị na-eme m ife alụrụ egbu ome bụletara ndị Biafra ka obi dị ụmụ mmadụ odori ọkụ ife ịgbalụ n'akwa ka nna ya owu n'olu sigba na elu nya ka obi dị ụmụ mmanụ mmanụ afagharị tinye ịkpa m n'akpa metenarị n'ife ime m n'aka ma emenarị n'ife ịkpazie m n'ọnụ ma ekwunarị iyi n'okwu nu na ihe bịa convention kemgbe 29 Novemba na Latinu na-abatara Disemba 3 declare anyị Biafra anụ nwezi ka imelu m ka obi dị m mma n'afagharị isi n'ihu eze akpata n'obi onye a na-akpọ nwere ife ọ na-eme na-azabata n'obi nwere ife ọ na-eme na-ezebata n'obi ụda adụ m ife ife abịanụ ewetara anyị Biafra be anyị nụ obi adị anyị mmanụ anyị emerụ ka isi emeri ma mere anyị ka isi emenụ asị aka nnukwu aka ebe akwa aka nidodori mere anyị kiri na akwa ya esoghị na asụsụ tie gị ikenụ isi na-egbe ebiri n'elu na anyị edebe na ala anyị edebe n'elu onye si na ọ na-afọ anyị eme ya ọfụ n'anya anyị ọkwa isi na nwere ka anyị si kwado oyi anyị eme ya ibe ha afụ n'anya nụ onye si na nke anyị na-eme ya dụ ma ya nwere ike tii na nke anyị nụ onye si n'isi na awa ga-eji nke ewere na aja nụ dodori ekerekwa ndị eke ụbọchị eke na-aga alụrụ ọfọ dodori ya atụ ji flebe elu ma gbalụ nguzi ụbọchị ekenu ma nwa ya edoko oge elu ụmụ ma nwa alụrụ oji ụgbọkọ ngochasịala ụnụ ụbọchịra aja nwere ntiti dodori na-atọ n'ịcha anakụ ugo na mmiri mmanụ ugo na-atụ ugo alụ ụlọ eyi onye ka a na-ala ka na gọlụ ụta bụ ụbọchị ekenu eke kee ikpe eke weta ife ọmarị ọdụ m ekerekwa gị n'okwu ndị ọdịnaka dị n'ụlọ ekwe ego na ọmaka ya emere unu na mmụọ ụmụ na-apụ apụ mkpata ọgbata ya apụ apụ wee mkpa ahụ mmụọ na-apụ apụ mmụọ ube mnu si na agwa alụmokwu na-afagharị gwa m ife ma agwa ike obi dị gị mma n'olu eri maka ịkpa m n'ọkpa mejenarị unu ife ịkpa m n'aka ọbara tụrụ ọbara ya alụghị ọbara tụrụ eri ife na-ekwu n'anya arị atịrị so na ndị odi ndị akara anọghị ngwamele anyị ka obi dị anyị mmanụ na Naijiria adọzi ọnọdụ odori maka na mkpakọtasị obodo afọ na manya natakwa erio mana ibu natara anyị afọ na ọnọdụ eri dodori ọdụ na-ekelekwa ahụ na eze agụtara obi ọnụmekenekwa elu ọgbakọbalị m na nwere mgbe ịgbalị ndị zu ọsọ dodori na ha ma ife ọdọgwu na-ele ha nụ iwe chiri medal atụghatawa ha si anyị chọrọ ime ka ha fụ n'anya arị mgbe bunatara Biafra ka obido ụmụ mmanụ bunatara Biafra ka obido ụmụ mmanụ na-atụkwa n'azụ ụgbọ na ife oyiri na akọdori ihe emelụ m ka obido ụmụ mmanụ enweghị ihe ọgụ n'okwu eyi sigụpụtara Biafra ka nwee n'onwe anyị dodori ekele n'ọlụ m na ndị ka anọ ebe o nyere ka igwe kwụsị anyị soro ụlọ anyị eme ka a gwara anyị dodori otu unu tiri iwe zabata n'obi ịbata ka chi n'obi nu ka ebụrụ mgbọrọgwụ na ụdị eyi ma meere anyị emerụ oyi Finland be anyị o ndị lati onu m ekelekwa unu elezasa stọp onu m ekelekwa ego faụnda onu m ekelekwa ego adanda bụ na ndị ekele onu m ekelekwa ego achara ube nwaanyị ọgba ugegbe oyibo nu onu m ekele elu n'okwu eyi nwakabaka esi eme ọdịnala dodori ọnụ m ekelekwa unu donu ka ọnụ m kenekwala unu ka unu ha wee kpuchie ya onu m ekenekwa unu ndị muvin tren onu m ekenekwa unu lizin ọfisa n'obodo niile onu m ekenekwa unu ndị banyị nọ France onu m ekenekwa unu Germany onu m ekenekwa unu ndị obodo unu onu m ekenekwa unu onu m ekenekwa unu na-eme ka obi dịrị mma n'akanụ atụghị njem ọnụ ekelekwa nga ekele ọnụ dodori sabọnụ kpọnụ m ekele elu mmụọ ka ibe elu ọkụzi egwebe m ndị ekwuribe anyị nụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ ọnụ m ekelekwa agụ si na ngwụ webata obie na ngwụ webata obie ma bụletara anyị Biafra ka obi edere anyị nụ alụrụ egbu ome na ndị na-eme m ife alụrụ egbu ome bụletara Biafra ka obi dị ụmụ mmadụ dodori I think if I'm not going to go to sit down, I'm not going to do my man. I'm not going to if you remember, I'm not going to you pass them on me.
Onye kwuru ka a na-eme ọgbata obi ihe kwuru ka a na-eme onye ọwụ nna m ihe bụ agụ chụpụsịrị ndị zoo polisi na checkpoint na Biafra land.
Mmadụ ga-eme ya. O nwere ka ị ga-esi tigide ụmụazị ihe ofu ụbọchị ha kwụrụ kwechiri ọhịa anyị na-eme kịta. Anyị nụcha ọgụ a anywhere afọrọ ihe yiri ndị Biafra mgbe Usman Dan Fodio buru agha nke ya wee bata wee gbugide ndị ugwu wee gbuchie ha wee were ana ha sọnsọ that story ahụ akụkọ ahụ bụ ihe a na-akọrọ anyị akọgide aka ka Usman Dan Fodio si wee gbuchie ndị ugwu o wee bụzi ya datina onye sizi n'ugwu Awụsa wee pụta ma agụ ụra n'ala Igbo isisi agbakwana ejekwana dị ọgụ na ọ na-akpọkwa daga maka ọrụ ihe a kọrọ anyị ndị a were egwu Igbo onye Awụsa ma agụ ụra ịgbachi ya nkịtị maka na ịma na ọ ga-ama gị daga mana ọ macha gị daga ahụ nweghị ihe ị ga-eme ndị a wee were ụjọ wee jide anyị wee na-adagbuo onye ugwu mee gị ihe ịgbachi nkịtị ị na-edi ya mana onye nwanne gị bụ onye Igbo mee gị ihe o wee Biafra mee gị ihe isi ka egbuo ya nkịta nke echi maka na ịma na ọ naghị ama daga aga m agwa unu na daga anyị kịta abụrụzi against ndị Igbo daga anyị kịta bụ against ndị ahụ bịara ube anyị igbu anyị kwotu Usman Dan Fodio style anyị ga-ama ha ivu eva n'ụwa niile a daga niile ha malụ n'ugwu Awụsa anyị ga-amakarịa ha masef ebe a ka anyị nọ amachazi ya ozi onwe ya we will now begin to idozi ana anyị dozie ana Igbo dozie ana Biafra ọ dịla anyị mma maka na ihe anyị na-achọ ka ọ dị onye ọbụla na mma ka ihe niile a na-eme na-aga aga onye nwere isi ọgụgụ ọ gụọ onye nwere isi eji alụpụta ihe o mee ya na-alụ ya na-afọ ya n'anya na-eme kọmpetishọn n'ọhịa na-eme ka ụwa dị mma onye ọbụla na-egori ndewo otu unu kwenu kedu ihe a na-akpọ ya sef
otu nnọkọ
ezinụlọ kwenu otu nnọkọ ezinụlọ kwenu Biafra kwezuonu asị egwu nalametọ
ọbata obi idi ya odogwu nwoke ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma nna m ọbata obi daalụ a sị na onye na-eme
ụbọchị taa ụbọchị gị ọbata obi ụmụ Igbo ya echiwe gị ọzọ today ikwete na ọ na-eme
ọbata obi daalụ nna m a sị na onye na-eme ka m si eme ka m na-akpọ ọyịm ọma nke bụ eziokwu bụ ndị zoo ndị ha yiri anyị egwu kpọọ ya anyị ụjọ n'ahụ mana ịgwaghị eziokwu kamgbe ụmụazị m wee kweghị n'ụjọ ahụ that is why mbelecha anya like this obi aṅụrị na-akpa m ọ kachasị otu isi wee kwechikwuoro ebe ndị afọ nja nọ na-agwa ha eziokwu ọkwa ifuru sinsi iji agwa ha eziokwu ha anaghịzi abịa amanya anyị ụjọ ha na-amanya anyị bikọs anyị ekwechirigo nna m daalụ nwoke ọma akwụ gị n'azụ ọmaka ma elu gị
ndewo maazị onye isi ala anyị ha sị na ịdara asụ Igbo mana a ga-emecha kweta taa maka na ihe ndị Igbo ka anyị nọ
ndị na-ekwu ihe a nkwara ya ka m asụ Igbo ha na-asụ Igbo ha na-asụ ụdị Igbo nna asụ ha na-asụ Igbo Abakaliki
mba nọ
na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo ekwensị bụ zoo Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dọsa ya Chineke nna dị ngọzi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke ebere jide ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko bịa ka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ kpee ezinụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site gosi wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo ekwensị bụ zoo Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dọsa ya Chineke nna dị ngọzi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke ebere jide ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko bịa ka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ kpee ezinụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga
useless life like that. Program. I welcome every one of you that has connected to this platform, wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining us from Biafra land, I welcome you. If you are joining us from Asia, I welcome you. If you are joining from America, from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, I welcome you. My fellow Biafrans, every one of us, wherever you are today, as you join this platform, please share this program. Click like and share this program. This is not the time for you to come in a program and you watch alone. As you join us in this program to watch, make sure you share the program so other people can equally follow us and watch the program. Because we are going to expose the wolf in sheepskin. The Ifeajuna'S in Biafra land, we have busted them. You know, there are many Ifeajuna'S everywhere, right, left, and center. So many of them pretending to be fighting for Biafra. They pretend to be for you. They pretend to be fighting for you. They pretend they can't afford to watch you suffer. But from every indication, these people do not mean well for you. These people do not mean well for you. These criminals, wherever they are planning evil against you. More especially those of them hiding under the cover of politics. They are politicians. And what they do is to sell your birthright to be relevant. They will sell you at the least amount of offer. When the zoo offer them the cheapest price, they will sell you. We have them everywhere in Biafra land. Every politician in Biafra land cannot be trusted. These are a bunch of criminals. Their criminal tendency is very clear. They are the group of the fraudsters who are hoping for an opportunity to perform their own fraud, and they baptize it to be a national cake. Every single politician from Biafra land is seeking for opportunity to cut the national cake. That is why they will not push the agenda of the people. They will never take the caliphate what you want. They will never tell the caliphate what you desire. They can never make a case for you. Never, ever. The world revolves only around them. What matters is them and their children. Every decision they take, every comment they make, what you have to do is to be patient and listen to them. You begin to understand the undertone of their evil agenda. In Biafra land today, it is not a secret that entire Biafra land, 99.9% of Biafrans want to be free from the zoo. They don't want anything apart from freedom. It is not a story. It is the truth. It does not matter what you think or how you think it. That is the truth. These people don't care about you. And they will do everything to keep you as a slave in order to make themselves relevant. They have gone to the extent of kidnapping our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They planned it all together. Even the ones you don't expect that we are among it, they were among them. No one is exempted. They thought that by kidnapping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that we will stop talking about Biafra. And they didn't know that kidnapping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has only unleashed the dragon. And today, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the dragon was unleashed. And look at where we are today. We are now looking forward to the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra through the convention that is going to start on the 29th. And because they know what is coming, they cannot pretend. They cannot wait. They cannot wait. They began to pressure Finland local authority. They began to instigate Finland against our prime minister. But as they instigate the Finnish government against our prime minister, I want to tell every Biafran that is listening that everything is going to work for our own good. All things work for good to them that love Chukwu and those who are called according to his name. Do not lament. Our prime minister is in a safe hand. Do not bother yourself. Our prime minister is safe and secure. Nothing will happen to him, and the declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra will be made. For those who are sharing videos, my fellow Biafrans, don't engage in any propaganda in the issue of Biafra. Anything that has to do with the Biafran government and our prime minister more especially, do not get yourself involved in any propaganda video. We are in a reality. We are in a real business. We don't push propaganda. When something happens, we are going to bring it and you will see it. Our prime minister is not somebody that is in secret. Our prime minister is not operating secret society. When it is time for you to hear from him, you are going to hear from him before the whole world, in his handle, in his Twitter space. And you will going to see us broadcast it and televise him across all our platforms. Don't help the enemy to share that propaganda video about our prime minister. Ignore it. Stay away from it. You must learn to stand on your own. You must learn to do your own things. You must not allow the propaganda of the enemies to influence you. You must not allow the criminal IPOB in Nigeria to influence you. Don't learn that from them. The criminal IPOB in Nigeria, whose only activity was pushing propaganda right, left, and center. We are in the time of the restoration of independence of Biafra, and we have no business with propaganda. Whatever we stream on this platform and tell you is exactly what happens. And we back up everything we say with audio, video, and pictures so that you wouldn't say we formed it. So if you see any unverified video about our prime minister, ignore it. When it is time to our prime minister to speak for us, he will speak to us. When that time comes, you are going to see him speak live on all our platforms. Get your finger crossed. Cross your finger and continue to pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, for more wisdom, for strength. He is in a safe hand. Resting for the heavy task ahead. I want you to know all things works for good. to them that love Chukwukabiam. Every single thing you are seeing today is going to turn out for our own good. Do not allow anybody, anywhere, to distract you. Don't get yourself involved in propaganda. They are going to come. They are going to try. But because they are not coming in truth, because they're not coming in the name of Chukwukabiam, they're going to scatter. And we go down. The propaganda and blackmail is huge. Everywhere you go on social media today, it is Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa. If you do not mention Simon Ekpa, your content will not go. They are using Simon Ekpa to create content. And Abaribe have joined them to become content creator. Abaribe went to the national television and he was also creating a content. Abaribe was on national TV being interviewed by Shego, and he was sitting there creating a content with the name of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon. Every one of them have gotten a job. Unemployment is gone in the zoo. Everybody is busy. But while you are busy pushing your lie, you must be very careful. You must prepare for what is coming. It will be a shocker. It will be a shocker. The joy of all this drama is that the Biafran people know what they want and they know who is standing for them. Before you open your mouth to say anything, they know already. I urge every Biafran that is watching this program, tighten up your belts. The battle is going to be more intense. The enemy we are up against are mostly enemy at home. They are enemy within. But either within or without, we are going to take them out when the time comes. Every one of them will take it out, whether within or outside. What we need now is mental toughness, wherever you are. You must be mentally tough. Don't allow anything to distract you. Do not entertain any distraction. Focus on that which matters, the restoration of the independence of Biafra, which is going to commence from the 29th till the 5th, till the 3rd of December. 5 days. My fellow Biafrans, before we go into the program, I want you to watch these jingles.
We know Biafra. We know Afro. We know BFR, Raffle Jingle. My people, follow who no road. His Excellency Simon Ekpa Njoku. Na him they carry us enter Biafra. He they play the show. No be lie. The good guy, Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government, in exile, when they for Obodo Yibo, Finland, with him government, na him they do the wonder. Say make you join, follow up. He go sweet you for body. Freedom today, better for you and your picking them. I dey tell you. He can still bring ogbonge raffle draw with big money when you go win. I dey tell you, no be lie. Starting from on the 29th of November, go reach December 3rd. Now this thing they happen 2024. And make I shock you, the money, it makes sense well. $20 and total winning prize $10,000. A first prize $5,000, third prize $2,000. BFR. No sit down, no sit down. Look, na dog name. They want from here gather money to build Biafra, where you they cry for sins. You go also win too. No.
One thing people don't know is that we, this current generation fighting for Biafra liberation, we understood something that many people don't understand in the past. We understand that power, every power is given by God. So why do you discriminate other power, whether evil or good? I want you to understand that this particular freedom we are fighting, if we do not push Nigeria, out of our land, we will never have peace. Nobody ever thought of why the devil, why the Satan, or whatever it's called, why was Satan pushed from the heaven to earth? For peace to be in heaven, for peace to reign. Because if devil or Satan is still in heaven, according to Bible, do you think you'll be struggling to go to heaven today for Christians? You will not. Nigeria said it's going to be a London to what the heaven will look like. If devil is Satan is still there. So I want people to think towards this particular. So it is the same thing with Nigeria. Any time and any day you wake up in Biafra land and see there is still a presence of Nigeria in Biafra territory, there will never be peace. So we must chase Nigeria away, just the way God chased Satan from heaven. Back to where they come from. Everything in Nigeria, we will remove them. Educational system will be removed. Even the religious, the way they worship in Nigeria, oh my God, you need to see our constitution. So what I'm saying is starting from the constitution of the Biafra, the United States of Biafra. So we need to chase Nigeria just like they chase Satan from heaven to wherever they belong to, for peace to reign and return in our land.
Welcome back, my fellow Biafrans. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Wherever you are watching us from, I urge you to pay attention to what we are about to do. We're about to expose the wolf in sheepskin. We want to expose the wolf in sheepskin. We want to expose the Afonja in Nigeria. They call themselves politicians. They lie from us at the mouth. We want to expose them and help them disgrace themselves as they so desire. We have kept silent for a very long time. But we have come to a point where we cannot be silent anymore. We need to talk. And that is why I'm talking. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to pay attention to this video I'm about to play. We are going to run it together for you to hear and see the true Afonja, the face of evil, the wolf in sheepskin. You are going to see the man they call Abaride interviewed, and in that interview you are going to hear what he had to say. Then we will come back and continue to dissect and to trash every single nonsense he is going to say.
Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Senator Aina Abaribe, Senator representing Abia South in the National Assembly, has been speaking with us on the program. Thank you so much, Senator. Let's get to your view on the arrest of Simon Ekpa in Finland. An event that sparked a mix of relief for some, skepticism for others. Do you believe that this development marks a turning point in addressing separatist agitation in the Southeast, or does it risk further complicating the situation?
I think it marks a turning point. I think it's something that is very, very welcome. Because what it does is that it will tell all those people at home who are purveyors of violence, who are being instigated by Simon Ekpa, to now know that he actually said, that he's just a content creator, that he's not, what do you call him now?
He's a prime. He called himself a prime minister.
Because he's a prime minister.
Now you have had this clown. You have had the clown clowning. You know, initially when you see this wolf in sheepskin, it is difficult to identify them. When they speak, you think they are speaking on your behalf. Now you have seen his true color. This man is sitting on national TV on national TV and he's lying against the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic. He's telling lies to the whole world. And can you tell me how the international community will see this kind of a human being? How do you think the Northern Caliphate will see this kind of human being? How do you think the European Union will see this kind of human being? The case of our Prime Minister, the invitation of our Prime Minister is in Finland, in Europe, not in Nigeria, not in Africa. And in Europe, things are done legally. Things are done accordingly. Informations are passed accordingly. And there are facts and evidence in everything in Europe. It is not Nigeria, the zoo, where this man is supported. Finland is not the zoo. You see a man with white hairs coming out before the whole world and lie against our Prime Minister. Pushing a lie that Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, denied being the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile. Before the whole world, he is lying. Why is he lying? Because his caliphate have told him to say so. The caliphate have told him to go and convince the Biafrans and let them know that they have been denied by the Prime Minister. The same way they did the thing they did against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They came and they say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have denied IPOB. The same way this man called Abaribe came out and said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have accepted every condition that was given to him by the zoo. This same man. But some of us don't notice that this man is actually wolf in a sheep's skin. This same man came out and told us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have accepted all the conditions given to him by the zoo and is ready to obey them. In one of his interviews, the video is still out there. A man that doesn't have a single truth in his mouth. Not even being politically correct. Complete lie written down by the caliphate and given to him to play, and he played the lies. The same way they used him in 2015 to stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They called him to come and sign, and he went. Even when he knew that a senator has no right to stand shorty for anybody in the zoo. A government official, a senator, has no right to stand for anybody as a shorty. You don't have the right to stand for shorty in a court. But the caliphate told him to play that role, and he came and he played the role. Today, he's still fighting to play the same role again. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denounced and say that is rubbish. They were trying to use him to manipulate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but they did not succeed. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows what he wants and is a man of his words. He thought that when he present himself and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, oh, I was the one that signed your bail. Then when he said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will obey him, he didn't know that he hit his hand in a tipper that was carrying a heavy sand. Look at what the idiot is saying. That Mazi Simon denying being the Prime Minister of Biafra. Ask me where, how, where did he get the information from? From where? But of course, as people in the zoo, their information is always cooked up by their content creators. By their content creators in Nigeria, they are everywhere. They are Oluwales. They create it and they push it to them, and they began to use it to circulate and push lie against people. It's sad. But these are the kind of people you want us to respect and call leader. People like this that lies before the whole world. How do you think that the international community will see this man? How do you think that the Finnish authority will look at this man and see him? How do you think that the Finnish authority will see this man that is speaking on national TV, where the whole world is watching? It is so. It is sad.
We have always said that what he continues to try to direct from there is antithetical to what the Igbo stand for, and that it is totally wrong. And that what has happened is that a legitimate, I will say, quest by the IPOB seeking non-violent referendum was stoned by all these, we say, kidnappers, criminals, and everyone. And because they have found a key for the average Igbo, when you say Biafra, oh, they feel that, oh, you must be doing the right thing. And they're using it to cause mayhem back in. I mean, whatever they say they are doing in the Southeast is not supported by anybody in the Southeast.
Now you see this man, this bunch of clan, calling Biafrans' name. He's calling Biafrans criminals, calling Biafrans kidnappers. This man have seen the kidnapping of the Fulani Janjaweed against Biafrans. The videos are out every day. The videos of attack of the Biafrans is everywhere. A prelate that was kidnapped confessed and said people who kidnapped him. The atrocities of the zoo is everywhere, painted everywhere. But this man came and is talking nonsense. He is trying to denigrate the self-referendum that we have conducted. He is trying to denigrate it. A successful self-referendum conducted, and he has opened his mouth here to say that when you mention Biafra, everybody will obey and bow. Now, tell me, why is it that you don't want to give your people that Biafra that they need? When you know that once Biafra is mentioned, everyone will pay attention and say, oh, Biafra. Once you know that your people is so connected with this word, Biafra, they are so connected to that very country, Biafra. It is their life. They breathe it. You have confessed here that everybody that hears Biafra must turn eyes and pay attention. Why are you not telling your slave master to allow the Southeasterners, the old Southeastern region, to go their ways? Why are you not pushing for that thing that is very close to their heart that they want? The only reason why not doing that is because you are a criminal. The only reason you are not doing that is because you are a fraudster. You are only waiting for an opportunity to commit your own fraud. And we have seen you gone to contest for governor and you failed. So all this while, your plan was to contest as a governor and then have access to the national treasury and steal as much as you can. That has always been the plan. Just like other people that are with you. But we have busted you. And Biafrans will see you for whom you are going forward.
All you have is a band of criminals. Now, because they know that when they call themselves IPOB, then everybody will say, okay, maybe they are this. And also, our security agencies also find it difficult to discern between a criminal and somebody who is saying he's doing agitation. And so every little thing that happened, they will say, oh.
It appears that Simon Ekpa and some of his friends were feeling a vacuum left after the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu.
Well, what vacuum?
I mean,
Nnamdi Kanu was
Nnamdi Kanu engaged.
You see how he's denying the truth. He's denying that the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not create a vacuum. But even a dumb person, even the most unschooled person in Nigeria knows that the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created a vacuum. And the only person that was capable and able to replace that vacuum was Mazi Simon Ekpa. But here, he is denying. And he wants to begin to speak his grammar to confuse himself. A simple question was asked to him. Don't you think that the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created a vacuum that Mazi Simon Ekpa have filled and continue to...
Also have been going around trying to make sure that we deal with the matter to make him come out, which we continue to tell the federal government that
how are you doing
he is the key. Reason is that everybody using his name and the name of IPOB to perpetrate violence and mayhem. And I always ask the same Simon Ekpa and their group. You want Biafra, fine. Do you want Biafra, or do you get Biafra by killing the same Biafrans you want?
Then I ask Abaribe,
how does?
Who is the one buying people in Biafra land? Who? Can you produce for us a place where you hear that an innocent Biafran was buying and they said it's Master Simon Ekpa? Can you produce for us a clip, even on audio, anything, where you see Master Simon Ekpa ordering the death of an innocent Biafran? Can you provide that for us? We have seen clips where people were ordered to take lives, that anybody that talks to Master Simon Ekpa should be fired. And those are the people you are supporting. We have seen video where people were captured and they say that it is the people that you are supporting that send them to go and take the life of a traditional ruler. On video, we have the evidence on video. Can you please show us a place where a crime has been committed and they tell you that it is Master Simon Ekpa that sent them? Can you show us that? But we have numerous videos of the atrocities of the group you support, the atrocities of your fellow politicians. Overwhelming evidence is everywhere. But you still have the gut to come out and open your mouth against an innocent man who has not done anything to you. And I bet you, you will continue to get woto. And you are going to run away from Biafra land very soon. Because people like you do not deserve to be in Biafra land.
Murdering people? How does kidnapping people? How does going around and spreading mayhem, killing policemen, burning police stations?
You're making a case for your criminal police force. You are making a case for your criminal terrorist police force. But this same military and police have taken the life of Biafrans in huge number. These same people you are talking about destroyed the life of Biafrans in Obibo. 1,000 plus lost their life. 1,000 plus lost their life in Obibo. These same people you are supporting and making case for took the life of people in Okwama recently. In Aba, many people were shot. In Head Bridge, the same thing. In Python Dance, thousands of Biafrans died. In the home of Mazen Nandekano, 28 men were lying dead. And that very incident took the life of the parents of Mazen Nandekano. And here you are. Tell me, all these things I've mentioned to you, was Mazen Simon Ekpa there? Was it Mazen Simon Ekpa was in charge there? Was it Mazen Simon Ekpa that was there? But your idiocy, your criminal tendency will not allow you to say the truth. Because you want to be a governor. You want to ride on the back of Mazen Nandekano to become a governor. Come and be a governor, let's see now.
Down and all that help you. How?
I mean, calling Nigeria animal farm, calling Nigeria zoo, calling Nigeria all sort of, I'm painting a picture that this is a hell on earth, a country that is unlivable, and giving an impression from outside of the country as though anyone who is in government or anyone who represents any other thing other than IPOP is a villain. Now, and there are those who believe that, yes, the agitation and some of the intervention that Nnamdi Kanu represented, as soon as he got off the radar, of the scene, there are those who wanted to feel and lead that voice. But the question is that You have been agitating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari government has passed. You were arrested as being a surety for Nnamdi Kanu. There are those, in fact, who said some of you were the promoters of the likes of Nnamdi Kanu, and what has led to some of the violence that we have seen in the South. The fundamental question is, how can this end the agitation, or what can bring to a conclusive peace in the Southeast region? How?
You know, because this man is uneducated, even though he claims to be educated. You see Shegu now asking him. What Shegu is trying to do in this program is to tell him that what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing today is exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. This is what this man is trying to tell Abaribe. That what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did is what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing today. How can you be asking for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you are calling for the kidnap of Mazi Simon Ekpa? You are calling for the detention of Mazi Simon Ekpa. You are calling for the death of Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is what Shehu is literally telling this man. How could you be here making a case for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And you forgot that this very person you are talking about is a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A hardcore disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are people who claim to be wise. You don't know that when you are speaking against Mazi Simon Ekpa, you are nailing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you are calling for the head of Simon Ekpa, you are actually indirectly calling for the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And these are the wolf in sheepskin. They know what they are doing. These are their funjas who want to ride on the back of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to become governors. Let us hear what he has to respond. Of course, he is going to jump that statement.
To end it simple. Every one of them claims that it is because Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated. That is why they are doing. They are not. That's not why. It will end when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, and then we now know who is a genuine agitator and who is a criminal.
How do you go about that?
How you go about that is that when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, then he can know his followers.
By extra legal or judicial means?
No. Nobody will now have a reason to say, oh, we are burning down this station, we are killing this policeman, we are killing our own people, nobody's doing, you are going to be doing sit at home because he is incarcerated.
Senator, what I'm asking is that, how would this happen? How will Nnamdi Kanu be released? Because if he's going to, that means the case before the courts are probably going to be jettisoned. Those are extrajudicial, extra legal means, or political means.
Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. The Supreme Court has even accepted that. And what we have been doing is, rather than continuing through the court process, let us take it outside of that. What has Nnamdi Kanu done that Igboho did not do?
You see these criminals. This is a man who has said that the court has freed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he is now still talking, instead of asking the government to obey their own law and let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go, they are pushing it on the direction of negotiation, where they will use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and negotiate for their own interests in Abuja. The only thing these people are after is to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to negotiate for their own interests in Abuja. And I trust my supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot ride in his back. You can never ride in his back. You can do all your nonsense, and when he comes there, he will trash the whole thing. This is how evil these people are. They don't have any plan for you. Everything they are doing is for their own selfish interests. For his own selfish interests. And they will never do anything to favor the people. You are calling for the head of Mazi Simon Ekpa. And you forgot that when you are calling for the head of Mazi Simon Ekpa, you are calling for the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the same time. And now you're going to see him give example of Sunday Igboho. He's going to talk about Sunday Igboho. Look at you, comparing Sunday Igboho with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That Sunday Igboho have done what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done. So why don't you? So you don't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done 10 times what Mazi Simon Ekpa have done. You don't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done exactly what Mazi Simon Ekpa done, even more. You don't know that. You're making comparison, and you think you are being wise. You don't know you are exposing yourself to the world, showing the Biafran that you don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. You don't want him to be released. That is why you are dangling and dangling and dangling for your own political career.
Think about it. Yet, Igbo is walking free today.
Igbo
is it you're shouting or you're screaming? They've said all that. Even Igbo went the other day to London to say, oh, I'm going to submit a letter to the Prime Minister or to the King of England or whatever.
Did you hear anybody call for his head? Did you hear any Yoruba man call for his head? Did you hear any elder call for his head? Did you see any person open a platform and begin to talk against Igbo for that thing that he did? But look at you on national TV, making mockery of Biafra, making mockery of the Prime Minister of Biafra, making mockery of the Biafra that you know that is very dear to the heart of your people. Biafra that you have admitted that when you mention Biafra, everybody stands still and they want to pay attention. You are here denigrating it and making it a thing of joke. Shame on you. Shame.
Our own nation. What has happened to him? You never had anything from the Nigerian government.
So Nnamdi Kanu has been treated unfairly. Is that what you mean?
Of course. And this is the issue now. The Southeast, 5 states, 50 ministers.
Now he is now telling you what he actually wants. What they are fighting for is position. Just like when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent them to go and negotiate for Biafra. What did they come back with? They didn't come back with anything. They came back with their empty hand. They came back with their empty hand and their empty head. And they began to negotiate for themselves. Instead of negotiating for the Biafrans, they went there to negotiate for themselves. People who were supposed to negotiate for Biafra, they went to negotiate. That is what he's doing. That is exactly what he's doing now. He wants to now to begin to campaign for his own political post. Give us local government, give us more state, give us more governor for you to build your own empire. That is all they are interested in. They are not interested in the people. There was a place Mazi Nnamdi Kanu explain that in detail, and let's see if that's
known as immortals. Because of their sacrifice, Biafra will come. And there is nothing any idiot can do about it. Britain, I'm a British citizen, a British passport holder, I prefer to say. But I'm telling you here now with every ounce of confidence that Britain cannot even stop Biafra. That's right. Nobody can. The only thing that can stop Biafra is your fear. Hold up.
And that is what they are trying to create in you. They want you to be afraid so that you can no longer speak. You see him now, a politician. All he's doing is to come and instigate fear in the heart of Biafrans. Now he is campaigning for political position. Instead of talking about the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the freedom of his own people, even when he has confessed that when you mention Biafra, his own people pay attention. Why don't you ask for that thing that they want? Why don't you ask for it? Is it a crime? Self-determination is in the law of the zoo. It's not a crime. Why don't you ask for it? You won't, because you are pursuing your own personal and selfish interests.
A state like Ogun State has 4 ministers. The whole Southeast, just that 5. And so when people continue to look at this unequal treatment, you just give fuel to these people who continue to say they don't like us, they don't treat us well, they don't do all that. So, and I went and I've been talking to the powers that be. And I can also use this opportunity to talk to the powers that be. When President Tinubu became president, one of his first acts was to change the national anthem. In the national anthem, there is a line that says that we want to build a nation where no man is oppressed. So if you're from the Southeast and you see that you're just being given, okay, the Constitution says you must get one, and then you ask yourself, am I being oppressed or not? So I think that fairness, equity is the fundamental thing. And for every Igbo, note it, for every Igbo, a true born Igbo, there is something that is innate in us. In Igbo, it is said, Egbe bere, ugo bere, let the kite perch and let the eagle perch. Let no one.
And this very parable he made is a lie.
This
is a lie. This man is lying from every angle. An old man with white hair that cannot tell lie. This adage you make is wrong. And he claimed to be an Igbo person. The Ebo Beru Gobere, he doesn't even know how to say the adage. Is that where it ended? A very useless adage. Very useless adage that must be thrown to the garbage. That is what he's using. And this is what they use to deceive people. Instead of telling the truth, you are going to adage. You are using adage to confuse people. You are using parable. What's nonsense parable? And so what? Is that how it ends? What he said that in case he be better. Some say Gosi Ebo Yebi, some say Nkukwaya. Which one are we going to take? Don't go and say Ebebelu Gobere and you stop there. That is not the adage. That is not the parable. The parable say Ebebelu Gobere in case he be better. Either Nkukwaya or Gosi Ebo. Then within those two, which one are we going to choose? So it's a useless adage that you must not bring here. And that nonsense doesn't have anything to do with Igbos. That useless adage doesn't have anything to do with Igbos. We don't care about it because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. This is what they use to deceive those they can deceive, and not us.
For fairness.
So the thing,
that's not the point.
You're talking as though the Southeast has been subdued.
No, there is a deliberate policy.
The people that have been subdued is these politicians. People like him have been already subdued. He will only come here and speak grammar. He will only come here, speak grammar. After speaking grammar, he will go back to his house. And he will never achieve anything. For how many years he was in the Senate, what did he achieve? What is his achievement in the Senate? Come on to remove checkpoint. Come on to remove checkpoint in Biafra land. He couldn't achieve it. People like him and his fellow politicians have been subdued. But for we, the ordinary Biafrans, we can never, no human being will subdue us. And that is why we are taking back our land. We are taking back our country. That is why the redeclaration of Biafra is happening. But people like this have been already subdued. And that is why they will never support Biafra. Even when they know that Biafra is what their people want, they won't support it. Because they have already been subdued.
Whether it is advertent or inadvertent, what people do when you come out of a war, when you have all this type of thing, when you want to have inclusiveness, you bend over backwards to make people feel that they are also part of this polity. And I say, and I repeat, you cannot have in your national anthem where you say, where no man is oppressed, and you continue to oppress a group of people. All you do
so the South is an oppressed people.
I'll tell you one thing, Seun, from Lagos to Ibadan, from Abuja to Kaduna is about 100 and something kilometers. Is that not so? Mm. From Onitsha to Enugu is 120 kilometers. 60 checkpoints. How can you have that? The whole of the Southeast is the most policed area in the world.
And so,
from Owerri,
about it, not to come here and shout and make noise. You have been in the Senate for more than 20 years. What have you done about that? The militarization of Biafra land and the unnecessary pollution of Biafra land started from 1967 to date. After the Civil War, from 1970 to be precise, from 1970 up to today, 2024, you have been in the Senate for more than 20 years. Were you able to change it? How many of you politicians have been able to remove checkpoint for us in our land? Remove checkpoint for us in our land. When they talk about this checkpoint, it seems it started today. It didn't start today. It started since 1970. Biafra land have been militarized since 1970. It didn't start yesterday. It didn't start yesterday. The over-policing of Biafra land started since 1970. What have you done to change it? Nothing. But today, you see people who want to change it. You see people who want to force the terrorists that are on the checkpoint to leave. It has been there. The most terrible one today that we cannot tolerate is that it has gotten to the extent where the Nigerian government will recruit terrorists, give them military uniform to go and mount checkpoints in Biafra land. That is the height of it. And these are the people that the Prime Minister said have given ultimatum to leave Biafra land. Terrorists in uniform. Mounting checkpoints in Biafra land. And there are confessions to that. The prime leader that was kidnapped confessed that where they took him was very close to the checkpoint. Checkpoint was close to where they kidnapped him. We have had a confession where somebody said they will have a camp near police station. What else do you want to hear before you know that it is time to act? And today, the young man who has come and said enough is enough is the person you come to denigrate and talk rubbish against. Look at you opening your mouth. Oh, the Southeast is the most policed area. Southeast is the most militarized. What have you done? You have been in the office for more than 20 years. The over-policing and militarization of Biafra land did not start today. It only increased when they introduced the terrorists in uniform. But it has been there for all this while. Have you been able to change it?
Baba, which is just barely 36 or 37 kilometers, you will find 30 checkpoints. Every 1 kilometer you have a checkpoint.
Isn't it because of the unrest and some
How
of the
can it
violence?
be because of the unrest? Yeah, they are not unrest everywhere. You have unrest from here to Kaduna.
Are you saying there is a deliberate
I say it's
militarization
a
of the
very
region?
deliberate, and we have shouted, we have screamed, we have told the military, look,
so the only thing you can do is to shout and scream. You have shouted, you have screamed. You're shouting and screaming. Did anybody listen to you? You have shouted, you have screamed. Did anybody pay attention? Did anybody feel like you were doing anything? Then you want us to continue to do that your line of shouting. Since 1970 up to 2024. How many years is that? From 1970 to 20, how many years? You still want our land to be militarized. You still want us to be caged. You still want us to be enslaved. You still want us to be forced into a marriage you don't want to be part of because of your selfish interests. Wolf in sheepskin. We have exposed all of you. Busted, Ifeajuna'S. And every one of you will run
look,
away.
there's something that is going on in the Southeast today that is the worst that you can ever see. You're coming out in a transport vehicle. Nobody will check the transport vehicle. You come to an army checkpoint, they will just say, everybody come out and walk. Whether it's raining, whether the people are sick, whether it is, why do you have to do that? And this is in this country. It doesn't happen anywhere else.
How
everybody in the South,
this wrong be?
Is it on national TV that you have to come and talk this? You are a member of the Senate. How many times have you raised that in the Senate? How many times have you moved to put a law that should not happen? What effort? You only say you come on social media to rant. You come on the media to talk. And you think we will join you to talk like you do.
That is the point. The only way it can be corrected is that the people in authority, if the IG makes an instruction today and says, I want you to dismantle all these illegal checkpoints, because I call them illegal, they will, of course, do it.
You call them illegal. But when we go ahead to take on these illegal checkpoints, you come to complain. With your own mouth, you call them illegal checkpoints. But when we come after this illegal checkpoint to remove them by force, which is the language that they understand, you know very well that they're illegal. That is where our people are being kidnapped on a daily basis. That is where they extort our people. That is where they buy our people. When we come against them to remove them, you still come back to this station and you say, Simon Epa is doing this, is doing that. People that talk from both sides of their mouth, you should be ashamed of yourself. I wish you can go and see this analysis on this your video.
But then what happens is that, Port Harcourt to Owerri, you continue going through checkpoints, and at every checkpoint you pay.
Wouldn't you be allowing all these unknown gunmen to?
That is the point. So why is it that these unknown gunmen still operate with all these checkpoints? You ask yourself that question.
There seems to be a bigger picture about the perception of the Saudis, and I'll get to some of the liberalness that a lot of people perceive does not exist in the region. First and foremost, do you think that if Peter Obi had won the election, 2023 presidential election, he had become president, there could have been a change in all of this?
I don't want to go into their idiotic talk. They are now talking politics, and I'm not interested in their political nonsense. I'm not interested in their political rubbish that they want to talk. They now want to go and play their game as politicians. But you have seen it. You have seen that man. I exposed them. You have seen how idiotic they are. That they don't have anything to do with us. And we will continue to expose them. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been part of this program. Wherever you are, prepare for the convention. If you have bought your tickets, please prepare yourself. Everything about you is secure. There is tight security for you in Finland. Biafrans are already landed in Finland. Many Biafrans are already landed in Finland. And on the 29th of this month, everything will begin. On the 2nd of December, the declaration of the restoration of the independence of Biafra will happen. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. Focus on that restoration and the defense of Biafra land. Support the Liberation Army. Support the Biafran government any way you can. It is the right thing to do. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter their propaganda and blackmail. We shall overcome. Do not allow anybody to come on your way, to stand on your way. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is safe and sound. Don't get troubled. Don't get troubled. Our Prime Minister is equal to the task, and he's going to join us. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate everyone that have joined us. May Chukwu Okukabe guide and protect you. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu. Thank you and stay safe.
Biafra na-enwe ọṅụ. Ụmụ Israel na-enwe ọṅụ. Ọṅụ ka anyị ji ana. Ọṅụ ka anyị ji ana. Na so, anyị ala. Ụmụ Biafra n'ala. Anyị na-ala n'ala nsọ. Ngwanụ ka anyị lawa. Aka kpuchi ọnwa. Aka kpuchi ọnwa. We are unstoppable. We are indefatigable. Ebe anyị na-ala bụ obodo ọma. The 14 states of Biafra. Ngwanụ. Anyị ana. Ihe Chidere odego ya. Chidere anyị Biafra. Anyị alawala. ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo ma ndị nọ na Naịjirịa ma ndị nọ na mba ụwa ọzọ dị iche iche. Obi kadawala ọ nọkpanyụ n'ugwu na ndịda oge ụnụ anyị erugo. Webe ọṅụ webe ọṅụ webe ọṅụ, eluigwe na-enwe ọṅụ. Anyị pụọ ana m anụ ya na so gbaa ya agba ezi ụka nwayọ na so we dey do am. Papa jiri ya nwayọ kama gbara m egwu a nwayọ. Ụmụaka ụmụ Biafra ụmụ ọma anyị a na-anụ n'obodo ọma ahụ, obodo kwere anyị na nkwa. Ekene otito dị n'ọbasi nke igwe eze Chineke abịa ama ụra, onye na-etinye ụzọ ebe ụzọ na-adịghị, odumala Biafra omen ụna